Hi, it's Kim.
Hi, it's Kristine.
We are here to help you navigate change.
And in today's coffee chat with Kim and Kristine, we're going to be talking about dating then versus now.
But before we start, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe so you're the first one to know when new video become available.
So we did an experiment to see if dating 18 years ago is still the same as dating now. And what we did is we watched some movies from 18 years ago and compared it to what's going on in today's world. One of the movies that we ended up looking at is called The Sweetest Thing. Now, before we go on to talk about The Sweetest Thing, we just want to remind you that this is not a movie that you watch with children, but it is a movie that appeals to men and women, and you'll see why when you watch it.
On some level, I think even 18 years ago, Kristine, it's still relevant. There's still very interesting part of the dating mentality that we can recognize ourselves in watching that movie.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, when you're still new in a relationship, lots of people are talking about the idea of the game. You know, you don't want to show how interested you are. You want to show like a little bit of yourself, but not too much to scare them away, because we all think, you know, too much is bad, but then not enough can also leave somebody feeling like you're giving them the cold shoulder. What do you think, Kim?
I think you're totally right. So I think it shows the self-protection kind of people might have at the beginning when you start dating. So one of the things in the movie that was really interesting to me is one of the character is going through a breakup at the beginning, and the mental impact that it has on her, and the fact that he mentioned that that relationship was so short, really shows me that we still get involved emotionally really quickly and still let other people impact our mental health very quickly when things don't go the way we thought it would be going.
And also, it showed that a lot of people are very quick to say, look, yes, you got over a breakup. Yes, it was traumatic, but just get right back out there and you'll find somebody and you'll be able to forget very quickly what just happened. So, you know, just forget about the grieving process, forget about, you know, working on yourself, just throw yourself back in there and life will be fine.
You know what's very interesting though is that as much as they're very quick at just moving on, they are moving on in a different reality that we are now. They're moving on in person. So they go into a club and they have to actually pick a person, you know, to talk to or to hang out with that night. When now really what most people do, we'll take our phones out and we'll find the next person to talk to, right? So this is really, really interesting how as much as it's the same principle that we're living somehow, it's two different avenues to get to the point. One of other thing too that is very interesting is that they seems to go a lot faster because they're meeting in person than they will online. So you will start talking with someone online, exchange for a few days, you know, meet, but it was really like right here, right there, not much. Let's learn to know each other. So it shows really a different reality, although the foundation I feel is the same.
Yeah, and it also highlights the idea of that give and take and both people kind of committing. I mean, you'll see if you haven't watched the movie or if you remember the movie, that it does take two people putting in time and energy and effort. And it might not be at the same time, you know, you might not be at sync at first, but there does have to be that level of investment from both people.
And around the end, I think the message is pretty strong that just stay open. Like when it's about love, just be open. Don't have those pre-made thoughts. Don't play those games. Just be open and see where it goes. The best thing always happens when you least expect it, right? So have faith in whatever's coming your way. So I think that's what I took off of that movie the most.
Yeah, and the idea of working on yourself. There was like a pretty significant period of time in that movie where the women involved started to work on themselves and started to realize different things about themselves. As you change and grow, you're going to be attracting different types of people along the way. And it was very evident in the movie from the beginning to the very end what kind of men started to creep into their lives based on how they felt about themselves and how they felt about the idea of entering into a relationship and what they wanted the long-term outcome to be.
So there's very graphic part in this movie. So if, people get offended, or it can be a hard movie to watch if you're uncomfortable with some personal situation. But overall, I think when we watch a movie, not only it's very entertaining because Cameron Diaz is super entertaining, Kristine Applegate's super entertaining, but it's also, I think about, like you said, the development they go through. And that's interesting when you watch a movie like that, to think about your own growth. So where were you 18 years ago, if you were in age of even dating? Where were you and where are you now?
And what kind of people were you attracting then versus what kind of people are you attracting now into your life? Or what kind of people have you kept in your life over time?
I'm excited if people decide to watch it and want to write their comment. That would be amazing to share with us. But it definitely the kind of movie that is really light to watch, but can bring a lot of self-thought and bring conversation after, for sure.
Regardless of whether it's a movie or a book or some kind of talk, you can always learn something about yourself and about life in general. So we hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different than our usual videos. If you want more videos like this, or if you want us to talk about a specific topic, please place it in the comment section below.
And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.